Hello and welcome to our Love Scenes forecast for April 2016 for the fixed quality signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And we just finished working with the cardinal signs, and the cardinal signs are the initiators. They are the ones that open up the seasons. So for you, my fixed signs, you are the second month in that season, and it is your job to maintain the season. And fixed signs, quality signs, concentrate on solidifying ideas. So we went from Aries, and this is the month of April. So it's Aries and Taurus are the happy birthday months. Happy birthday to you, Taurus. And your season is spring, and you're an earth sign. And it did come through for the cardinal signs. Got to get grounded, get outdoors on Mother Earth. So for my Taurus folks, and this can be whether your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, okay? I'm just setting these all up with the quality signs. But I also have my table a little set up with Orisha power because after I finish the your fixed sign and then the mutable signs, I want to start doing a monthly reading with the goddess of love and beauty and just wonderful things. Oshun from the Orishas, and Yamaya is they work in tandem. Okay, these two goddesses work. Yamaya usually represents the oceans of our watery emotions, and Oshun, Oshun here is the river goddess. So she meets the rivers as the rivers meet together. So they work in tandem. They are very powerful deities, and for those of you who follow me, you know I was raised in this tradition, and so I think after every month I'm going to drop a Oshun love reading, working with my two Orisha decks, and then another deck that I'll bring in, to feel the vibes. But so after the mutable signs read, I'll do this for this afternoon. I'm going to do my first Oshun love tarot reading for all signs monthly. Okay, that way I can harness the energies of what's been going on the table and then see what Oshun comes forward. All right. But there was some victory for the cardinal signs. But, again, let's see what's going to go on with the fixed signs, too. And so we have my Taurus earth sign friends. You open up the spring. We just did the Aries. For us in the northern hemisphere, spring is here. The flowers start to bloom. And then we also have Leo as another quality fixed sign. You're the fire sign, bringing in the second month of summer, and the Scorpio water sign, you bringing in the middle of autumn. And then we have our Aquarius air sign, and you are the center of winter. All right. Okay, and so for today, I'm going to do a 6-card spread, bringing in that harmonizing number of, peace and good karma. Okay, so sixes. And then, of course, we know in the major tarot, number 6 is the Lover's card. All right. So, and we did have some 3 queens came through for the last read in case, one of your moon, sun, or rising is a cardinal sign. Uh, 3 queens. And my favorite queen from the dragon deck came through. And I'm working with the dragon energy here too because since we are in the April, the first sign of spring for us here, and then also Aries, who we just did, the first cardinal sign, is also the one, the first house of the zodiac. Okay, so we are literally opening this all up. New beginnings, okay? New beginnings. So release that past, relieve it. Hasta luego, Jose, whatever, you know what we're saying. But just fine tune, and mental clarity also came up with the Ace of Swords. So, I'm just bringing all this information up because in case, you're one of your signs falls as a cardinal, and you are also fixed signs. So, but it was a nice read. So, I'm looking forward to see what the mutable signs has to say, and then we'll see how the new Oshun, goddess of love and beauty, and so many other things that if you're not familiar with the Orisha Oshun, goddess of love, then I highly encourage you to Google her and uh, our other major goddess, Yamaya. Okay, she is mother of all also. So it's very, very beautiful. And in this deck, the Orisha deck that I have here, Yamaya is the Empress, Oshun is the High Priestess. Okay, so Oshun, knows the secrets, and she definitely works with Luna. Well, they all do. The Orisha pantheon is all about the moon. All right, so the first card, and I'm also working with my True Love Tarot deck for this Love Scenes forecast. So wishing all of you a wonderful month of April. And again, get outdoors and look up to the sky, okay? I can see my plants are coming through, my plumerias, so we'll have, hopefully by next month, some pretty flowers to share with all of you. All right, and then I do have the fire dragon here working because of this month of April. We have the fire and the earth of Taurus and Aries. We just dropped the cardinal signs, but the fire spirit I wanted to bring into host, the first zodiac sign, Aries. And then the enchantment came out. So I just wanted to read that to you all too. Enchantment. A dragon is casting a spell over you. How do you respond to the touch of magic? And that's what we're trying to really embrace. Touches of magic. Okay? So we'll leave these at the end for the bonus card. All right, we've got 6 cards on the table. Let's see how it works for my Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius friends. 8 of Cups. All right. Well, we have our emotions on the table already. Yes, we do. And I love those 8s. They are signs of power numbers too. Very nice. And then when we have the cups, that's all about our hearts, our emotions. And you can see there's a man and a woman on the shore line there. All right. So this is like this is like love power and charming power. And then we have Luna here in the background. She could be waxing or waning, but they have her there highlighting because she's all about that emotional side of us. And this can mean sometimes working with many people too, sharing your charms with many, um, not sexually, I'm saying, but you know what I mean, just like how to bring the levity to a crowd in a way that they find you very intriguing, very charming. You have the you have success in how you do that. You can see how she is bringing on the charms to this person here. He's feeling at rest there. He just feels at peace around her. Okay, peace. All right, but there's power in that. There's power in peace, my darlings. Never forget that. Power in peace. That's what we aim to receive on this planet, a peaceful planet where we can all, have power in that and not fear wars and everything else, all right? But yeah, so I kind of like that card. I've not really seen this card come out yet, so it's very, very nice. Okay, so power and peace is what we're gonna call that card for now. Okay, so have power and peace, and that means for you too, because when we're seeking romantic love, we have to value ourselves. All right, so your mantra for this month of April is I value myself. All right, we're talking a lot about the soul power here on this channel, so we want to honor, I honor my soul. Okay, I respect with loving care myself, my body, mind, and my spirit soul I honor. Okay? All right? We honor our soul, so that aids us to tap spirit. All right? No questions asked. You intuitively know what's going on. 5 of arrows. Okay, so we do have some challenge here now. But sometimes this means changes too. All right. But mainly what it means is keep on moving. Okay. Keep on moving. And we have the arrows, which is the air element as well. So watch how you think. All right. And we watch just how you think, because your thoughts can, you can wake up to a fabulous day or not a fabulous day, depending on your thoughts. And especially about your dreams. What kind of dreams did you just have that evening? Did you wake up feeling refreshed, or did you have, a nightmare? Okay. So it's like, watch your thoughts. Now, that's one thing. We can keep our mental mind in check. Okay. It's our intuition that we really want to come from, that soul power too. But right now we have the five of arrows. So just be aware. Okay. Just be aware that there is changes going on here. And it could be like, maybe you're moving physically to a new place, to a new location. Maybe you're moving to another job. Okay. Changing your job or your work. Maybe you're working on your health because uh, you had went to the doctors, some tests saying, hey, listen, you need to watch this or that. Okay. So it means, but it could mean also struggle. So if you are struggling with anything, all right, you know if you're hating on your job, get a new job. Okay. Just, we're starting to embrace our soul power, because that soul will help us achieve our most abundance in life. Okay. So don't get stuck in this one. All right. But if there are challenges for you all right now, this is like a love reading. So we have to, I'll read this card specifically because I want to see what it says out of her deck. All right. But yes, let's see. Yeah, I want to read that card because I want to see what she has to say about this card. And this deck, the Lover's Path Tarot, is about all these lovers in ancient times, true life lovers like Isis and Osiris, and yeah, this it's nice. I like this deck. Prince of Cups. Okay, well, he's a cutie right here. There we go. Yes. So we got the hearts coming here again. All right. And the princess, because they're young blood, they're in tune with that creativity aspect. Okay. They're ready to, you know make things coming from their heart and their soul, and they're the creators of that. Okay. But the Prince of Cups, they kind of sometimes call that the Christ card too. The Christ card. So, but just know it's about doing things for a higher cause. Okay. And sometimes, you know what, sometimes we have to sacrifice, people. If you're not happy where you are, and it's a big switch and a big change, consider you have to sacrifice. Okay. You have to sacrifice to get where you want to get. And I'm just, see his face here. Now, I don't know these cards in the respect from the author. Okay, these are new cards to me, but this person, this male here, kind of looks like this guy right here. Okay, now this is an air suit and this is cups, but I'm trying to say, you see, if you are in a challenge situation, it's time to move from there. Okay, it's time to change and move. Any challenges you're with, time to change and move, because look, you go within to your inner core. Okay, and talk to yourself, talk to your soul. Value yourself, honor your soul, treat yourself with loving care and respect. Okay? Because there's a higher cause for you to come. All right? And so you just keep moving forward. Now, the princes are also that young blood, and sometimes there can be immaturity in things we do. But now you realize you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of the challenges. So create your future. Okay? Create your future. Do not deny yourself. You know, you can make it or break it for yourself. So why don't you make it? All right? Don't be Don't be stubborn about how things you think sometimes. Be open-minded. Out of the box, all right? Out of the box. You know what? I just want to read this Five of Arrows, what she has to say here, because we can interpret that in many ways. Okay, so there is disappointment and sadness here. So we do have that challenge. Disappointment, sadness, pessimism. Okay. See, don't let yourself go into those ruts. Okay. That's why we want to value ourselves. Love you first. We've been talking about that a lot too. Okay. And your soul. Honor your soul. Your soul knows so much, my darlings. Okay, it's just now in these times that we don't tap that anymore. And we must. The meanings: feeling trapped, concentrating on problems instead of assets. There you go. Okay, concentrating on problems instead of assets. And look, we have this: concentrate on what you have. Create something from your heart and soul. Okay, because here it is. The Prince of Cups is coming. Well, I'll read him next just to adhere to this. So, okay, concentrating on problems instead of assets, not seeing opportunities, creative blockage or infertility. Okay, creative blockage or infertility. So here comes the Page of Cups. So let's say, wait a minute, hold on a second here. The Page of Cups comes to say, the Page of Cups says, or Prince of Cups, excuse me, Prince of Cups. So you see his court royalty here. And the key words are inspiration, grace, pleasure, artistry. And the meanings: grace and talent, making dreams into reality. There you go. Making dreams into reality. A young man who represents the forces of love, beauty, and emotional richness, and has the ability to inspire. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let me bring this Eight of Cups here right now. So let me see. Wait a minute. Five of Cups. I read the wrong freaking thing, people. My Lord, help me. I got to get used to these. Look, here we go. But it's about the same thing. The Five of Arrows. You're in that struggle, distrust, arguments, meanings, lack of trust that leads to conflict, possible defeat or feelings of defeat, the need for self-protection or caution. Self-protection or caution. So, get out of that mode, my darlings, okay? Think like the Prince of Cups here. And then the Eight of Cups, which opened us up. Okay. I apologize for that. I got to work with this deck a little more. Okay, and then the Eight of Cups is talking about transitions, time to move on, need for stubbornness. Wow. Need for more substance in life, whether that be more satisfying relationships or a more authentic way of life. Okay, so a more authentic way of life. Get out of your mental thoughts that you're just disturbing your own vein, because you can do this. Be creative and move forward. All right, move forward. Don't give up on you. Never do that. And then we have the Six of Wings and the other heirs here, and see all this transformation here. It's ready for you. And this is the passage. And in traditional tarot, you usually see someone on a boat, on a, cruising on the water there, and it's spirit taking the boat, because you're on your own. But you've given in. You're saying, yes, I'm going to take this passage. Yes, I am going. I am going with spirit. I'm going to connect to the unknown zone, to those things I can't see, but I can feel. Okay? So that's what we want to do. Become that Page of Cups, all right? Inspire yourself with the creativity that can be. So take this passage, take that boat ride. And this boat ride has been coming up a lot. I think I'm almost in every reading the Six of Air and the Six, this passage once comes through, and the Six of Cups too, that the past is returning. And the six is that harmonizing number, my darlings, okay? We want that peace and karma. So take this passage, take this journey, take this boat ride. Go within, introspect, reflect, okay? Do your inner workout, meditate on for what you need for this month of April. But it's all transformation. Transformation been a huge theme last month, and it seems like already this month too. And we're always under, some kind of transformation. Why not? That's how we improve ourselves. We better ourselves. And it goes to show we're aligning with spirit, because spirit, like the seasons, it changes. Every quarter it changes, right? Every month, every week, every day changes. So go with the flow. Two of wings, balance. And that's it. There you go. The balance. Okay? And the two of wings can mean that two of swords. Where sometimes, you know, that's sometimes that can be where people have to work together, and sometimes they don't like it. But we got to cooperate with each other. Okay? The twos are all about pairing, the pairings. Okay? Pairs of people doing things together, working together, cooperating. So let's get out of your own mental funk. Okay? Out of your own mental funk, and relate yourself with people that you can relate with, okay? And you have the power to do it, no doubt about it. You can create your new power right here. It's on the table. That's what they're saying. And just take that inner meditative workout, okay? Go on that boat trip. Take it. Because they want you to be working with another. And that came out in what reading? Just recently too, that it was saying that you were going to start a creative project, but someone else is going to be involved in it. Okay? Somebody else is going to be involved. And for the cardinal reading, it showed that the Queen of Coins, Pentacles, the philanthropist herself, might be one of those people bringing you a large sum of money. Okay? So partake in a, starting something new in balance. Balance yourself. Value yourself. Honor your soul. Treat yourself with respect and loving care. Ground with Mother Earth. Take your sea salt baths. Work with your crystals. Whatever makes you feel whole. Okay? Whatever makes you feel whole. Seven of Wings. Okay, so on this table reading with our fixed signs, there's something here that kind of has knocked you off the balance a little bit. Okay, now sevens is a spiritual number. All right, seven is a spiritual number right there. Okay, and but we do have, see all these butterflies. Transformation is in the air, no doubt about it. Okay, so with this seven of wings, seven of air. All right, sometimes that's, you usually see somebody there and they're kind of sneaking away from your house. Okay, so trying to covet you or take your own belongings. So you got to be aware or beware. And especially, of family members. Sometimes they're the ones who know you so well, they're the ones that want to hurt you the most. Okay, so just stay strong. All right, seven, think of seven as that spiritual victory. Spiritual victory. Okay, and the cardinal sign came, victory, triumph came through. So just stay, you know, and again, I'm saying spiritual victory because I want you to tap this Page of Cups. All right, this Christ card. Go, embrace your Christ within, the calling of your Christ within, to inspire yourself. But just know that this could be spiritual challenges too. This seven, spiritual victory or spiritual challenges, depending on where your mind is at. Okay, so if your mind is right here and not right here, you see, then we have to make sure you're in balance. Okay, so let's get you in balance. All right, because we don't need you to be stuck here. All righty, no reason for that, because we're trying to improve ourselves, no doubt about it. And the only way to do that is for you to go within, for you to see how you're doing. All right, but again, with that spiritual victory, then that is improving your health. All right? Success in work, success in health, it's the win-win. And that's the thing about us. It's so easy for us to either, you know, be in a funk or get out of the funk. It's all about your will, though, how you will yourself. And, that's all about spirit, will, your soul, how you're going to will me. I will myself to do better. I wanted to stand this one a little taller because this is the card we want to embrace right there. Okay? So don't concern yourselves. I mean, there's challenges every day, my darling. Okay? Every day. It's how we handle it and sometimes how we have to attack it. I mean, if you have people coming for you, trying to take from you, you stand firm, all right? You stand tall and you stand firm, and you take care of you first. And we're not saying that in any narcissistic way. This has all come from the soul heart zone for yourself, because then that way, when you're taking care of yourself, others will realize I can't penetrate because that person's not weak anymore. That person's growing in strength. You know, mind, body, heart, soul, spirit. Beautiful. All right, so let's pick the last two dragon cards here as the bonus for my fixed quality sign friends. So just stay strong, my darlings. I mean, this is beautiful peace and karma right here for yourselves. And you can attain this. You can attain this. Just you have to be creative now. And that's the whole thing. Spirit likes to see us being creative, doing things in a way with our hands and our mind and our body. That's why we were made this way. Okay? How we were made. All right. So let's see what the dragons have to say for us here to close out the reading for April. Whee! 6 of Cups. Yay! And this just came out for a dragon reading. I'm sorry, see my mind, people. But I know it just did. That's so beautiful. 6 of Cups. Because we've been saying this card's been coming out because this also has to deal with the past. Like, even innocent love that could be returning. Or even innocent friendship. Sometimes it's shown with two children. You recall that innocent when you cared about someone and you still remember them years later, even when that you've not seen them. Okay. And the sixes we were just opening up with your reading, all about that peace and karma. Okay. So, it's like just think that a karmic relationship could be coming your way. All right. So think those beautiful thoughts that you have kept in your heart of someone. All right. And even if it's a recent thing, maybe a breakup of a couple years, people can change. All right. But just don't go looking for it. Let it come to you. Okay. If it comes to you, if it knocks on the door, I mean, not physically at your door, front door, but I'm saying knock, 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 and something like this comes your way, then you know that's spirit letting you know. Okay. Letting you know that there can be a change in your relationship, in your for a karmic relationship. Okay. So hold on. And when we have karmic relationships, anything to do with the karma, that's pretty much your soul. All right. Because you get what you give on this world, what you do today. But how you were in your past lives, how did you come to here today, and what you're going to happen in the next life. So remember, just keep the peace. Here we go. We've got the Prince of Peace right here. Prince of Peace. And nothing is more joyful than, feeling calm and collected all the time and working on creative projects that bring you success also. Okay? Silence. This dragon is calling you to the place beyond words. There we go. So this is pretty much go within, take those meditative times. Do your inner workout. Relax in the soaking of the tub. Find a beautiful place to rest on, against a tree, outdoor in nature, whatever floats your boat, okay? Because you're on the boat right here. You're on this boat, so you want to find in that silence when you're going on this passage. Remember, Spirit is driving the boat, not you. Spirit is driving the boat. So stay in silence. You want to listen to the messages. You want to have that balance, okay? That balance that I am ready. I am ready, to get out of this, scattered, shattered energy in my head all the time. I have no peace. You're going to find peace because you're going to honor your soul, and Spirit talks to your soul, okay? And whatever opposition can be going on mentally, all right? Because these are all, kind of like that mental thoughts we have within us. And look at all the mental vibes here, my darlings, right? For the fixed signs. Don't stay fixed on your mental thoughts, okay? Just deep breathe, inhale, and then exhale out any of that negativity or anything that's just troubling you, challenging you. Just exhale it away, okay? And go in the silence. Go in the silence, all right? Because it's time to change from people, especially if you're seeking spirituality within. You're gonna lose many people from the past. But perhaps maybe there was, a karmic relationship way back in the past that now you're sensing maybe could develop into more of a soul relationship, whether it be romantic or friend to friend again. All right. And that's the beauty too, because Spirit definitely loves to see all of us have beauty with amongst one each other. And forgiveness, oh my Lord, that's like I think the main thing is to forgive others. And that's very hard to do, especially when they've, done something very awful or wrong. But since you are the spiritual being and you want to get to this place right here, okay? Like the Prince of Peace here, in the respect that we all go through suffering and challenges, all of us. All of us. But it's how we wake up every day to say, I'm going to beat that. I'm going to move forward. Obviously, move forward. We're not going to go sit down crying and get lost in tears, okay? Because here we go. We're going to take that journey for sure. We're going to get on that vessel. And we're going to change our thoughts into loving, compromising, me saying, I'm going to compromise to love. I'm going to compromise my heart to love. Love thoughts, love vibrations. Okay? Just open it up. And here you have the availability with you. And again, I don't read gender specific, my darlings. Okay? We all have male active. We all have feminine receptive. That's the balance. Okay? That totally is. That's the balance. And sometimes, that's why I think we have so many people coming through, the transgender community, all that. I mean, it's just same sex. It's just love is love. And we all have male, female active, male, female in us. Okay? So don't even concern yourself about gender. Just where does your heart align with? Okay? That's mainly what we're seeking on our soul mission, to bring as much love and joy and peace and good karma, okay, to us and to others, so we can heal this wonderful, beautiful planet of ours. And she is ready to bring us so much abundance, lovingly and powerfully as well, and spiritually. Okay. Thank you for watching, my friends. Enjoy April 2016. And for my friends now in the Southern Hemisphere getting ready to go down into the winter months, you too just, bring the flowers in, put pictures everywhere. You know how to do it. But love to you all. Take care. Many, many blessings. Ciao.